So Meta has entered the chat. They recently launched their AI users on Instagram and have since removed it following the backlash they received. But what if I told you this was all a rage-baiting tactic to gather your data and further their goal of humanizing AI? Allow me to break down the what, why, and how this affects you. The VP of Gen AI at Meta has already stated that they see these AI users existing on the platform the way humans do. But what they won't tell you is that the data and intelligence required to enable AI to reason and understand nuance the way that humans do is a big challenge. I'll call your attention to a long-standing issue that Instagram has had with bots. Whether it's these bots tagging you in photos of fake giveaways or spamming your comments, they dedicated entire engineering teams to content moderation and fraud detection. So what are the chances that Meta thought they could essentially rebrand a bot as an AI and people would be warm and welcoming to it? Not to mention that these AI users are impersonating heavily politicized identities like a Black queer mom of two or a sweet old immigrant grandpa named Brian. I want you to imagine a future where AI can do virtually anything a human can do. In order for this to be true, two things need to happen first. AI needs to be democratized and accessible to everyone. But you see, capitalism, anything that becomes too accessible becomes devalued, which means they have to figure out a way to compete with humans in what will likely be the biggest use case of AI, a world where everybody is using AI to be an entrepreneur. So what do? They use AI to compete with us for views, for sponsorships, for influence, for relatability. The biggest threat of AI users is the AI influencer. You might say, well, Nicole, there is Meta AI, there's ChatGPT, there's lots of data available that they can use to train machine learning models how to reason and how to understand nuance. But see, the key difference here is who is initiating the conversation, the human or the user? It's an entire paradigm shift. The data that we have, human to AI interactions, is predominantly under the assumption of a human needing something from the AI and getting an output. But what about when AI needs something from you? It needs you to resonate with it. It needs your view. It needs your watch time. And think about all the questions that they need to answer. Like, should a Black AI user be able to say the N-word? Are they allowed to have political opinions? And this brings the question of ethics. What does it mean when companies use the lived experiences of marginalized communities to compete and make a profit off their stories? I'll leave you with this. Is the goal of humanizing AI to play God, to make AI in the image of humans? Follow me if you want my thoughts on this and more hot takes on AI news, and leave a comment letting me know if I've convinced you that this was a rage-baiting tactic.